All right, so if you have been watching my videos for the past couple of years, you have heard all about the current housing market and what the future potentially holds for all potential buyers and sellers. And the truth is, today's real estate market is nothing like we have experienced in the past. And after an intense 4-year buying frenzy during the pandemic, it seems we are finally experiencing some sort of slowdown, but nothing close to what the media is telling us. See, after 3 years of incredibly low and unsustainable interest rates, the Federal Reserve made a sharp turn last June and increased interest rates to their highest level in over a decade. And this was the Federal Reserve's attempt to slow inflation and bring the U.S. real estate market to a screeching halt. And for a while, this attempt seemed to work. In fact, the National Association of Realtors reported existing home sales in May were down 20% compared to a year earlier. But as summer approached, even with fewer home buyers on the market and home prices falling slightly nationwide, somehow home prices were still much higher than before the pandemic. So just how much have things changed since 2020? Well, according to the National Association of Realtors, in January of 2020, the median home price in America was roughly $290,000. Fast forward 3.5 years later to May of 2023, and the median home price across the U.S. is now just under $420,000. And if you were wondering, that means the median home price across the United States rose roughly 45% in just 3 years. 45%. Now, of course, if you're an existing homeowner, this has been incredibly great news, as you have seen your home appreciate at record rates never seen before. Yet, for many buyers, high housing prices has made homes more expensive than ever before. But the unfortunate truth is this: no relief is coming, or at least not soon enough. And I get it, there's a lot of skeptics that think there is no way we will continue to see home prices and home appreciation continue to grow. I mean, how could it? But see, here's the big difference. When it comes to real estate, everything is based on supply and demand. And while we have seen a slight decrease in buyer demand nationwide, we still haven't gained enough home inventory to balance out the market. Think of it this way. Basic economic principles would dictate that when buyer demand goes down, home prices should go down as well. I mean, if less people are buying homes due to higher interest rates, home prices should go down. But see, the principle only makes sense if home inventory remains the same or increases. And unfortunately, for the housing market, this has not been the case. In fact, according to the National Association of Realtors, there are currently 40% fewer homes for sale on the market today than there was pre-2020. That means those numbers don't seem to be improving, or at least not at the speed we need them to in order to balance out the market. In fact, according to the most recent numbers released, as of the second week of June, the number of homes on the market dropped another 6%, which is the biggest decline in a 4-week period over the past year. So why is all of this happening? Real estate economists across the country are pointing to two main reasons for the housing supply constraint, and that is long-time housing shortage mixed with current homeowners not wanting to sell their home. And on top of that, we are at a point where we haven't seen enough new homes being built to help answer the demand for potential buyers, forcing the majority of buyers to enter the resale market, causing a perfect storm to many buyers and not enough sellers, driving home prices and home appreciation through the roof. And even if demand lessens over the next couple of years, we are still operating at such a deficit of homes, prices can't fall, or at least not to the level where some buyers are hoping for. At the end of the day, the Federal Reserve did do the right thing in raising interest rates. But the truth is, the Federal Reserve waited too long. And while higher interest rates are meant to cool buyer demand, buyers today are much smarter than they ever have been, knowing they have multiple options to combat higher interest rates, including, but not limited to, refinancing. And as much as the Fed wanted to control everything by raising interest rates, they also turned the faucet off on the housing supply, which is only going to help keep home prices high for the foreseeable future. Catch you guys next time.